Adrian Rich here, Distract TV. I'm here with the wonderful JJ Rosa. JJ.
You are distracting. How distracting are you?
Well, I wouldn't want to say.
Don't know why I said that. It's the most obvious thing you could have ever had, really, isn't it?
No, I've never heard that one before.
All
Truthfully, no. What's been happening?
Oh, it's been manic, but that's always the case when you're building up to a show. You always kind of go, right, what do I need to do? What do I need to make sure it's ready? Rehearsals, that kind of thing. But yeah, we've been mainly just working on new material for the next sector of our lives, really, because we're always ahead of the schedule, if you like.
I understand.
Trying to be ahead of schedule.
Sort of planning ahead, if you
like.
Yeah,
Exactly. Because obviously this is what's now with the single and stuff, but we've got to be thinking what we're going to do for the next bit. So yeah, it's been good. I'm working up to Christmas. We've got another week and a half until Christmas, haven't we? So to cane it.
Yeah. So, try to get as much in as you can before it turns to 2016.
Yeah, exactly. So
tell us about that new EP that you've got at the moment tonight.
Yes.
I mean, what was the inspiration behind that?
Do you know what? It has come from all manner of places because, as you know, we flipped through the actual lead track to being the song Mercy that we're putting out now, today, in fact. You know, that
quite an emotional number.
It is. Yeah. And you know what? If it hadn't been for everything that had gone on in Paris, and to be honest, obviously, it's not. Just to be clear, it's not just everything that's happened in Paris. Is, you know, there's stuff like this going on in Syria. We've got everything people dying worldwide from horrendous, you know, ordeals, very, very similar. And, you know, it wasn't this, we could have released this at any time, but it just felt right, and it didn't feel like we should have put a song out like tonight. That needs to be next year with the rest of the EP. And yeah, I think, like you say, it's an emotional song, and it's got a message, and it's quite poignant, so we felt this was the one to lead the EP. But the rest of the songs on the EP are a bit of a journey, really. We've got party tunes on there, but we've also got, again, quite heartfelt songs. A song in particular is a song I wrote about years ago when Amy Winehouse passed away, a song called Redemption, and I wrote that for her.
Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
But that, again, was a song I did, and then you you have something there and you don't necessarily finish it, or it's an idea that you kind of go, cool, I'll work on that at some point, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's been an EP that has been in the working, if you like, and we finally got those songs finished.
When I heard you, I felt like you cross genres. You can't pigeonhole you, which I like.
You can't,
and I think music sometimes is suffers from the pigeonhole factor.
It is, massively.
So it's nice to hear what you do. And
Thank you. No, I mean, I think I'm kind of from the Prince world with his attitude towards music. I mean, obviously that he's like right up there, and he's kind of the god. But it's nice to look up and kind of learn a little bit from him in his ways of the way that he's approached music, and you know, from his Purple Rains to Would I Die For You, Kiss, all those that are very straight down the line, quite funky, upbeat tunes, electronic tunes. Definitely. But he still has that side. If a ballad is a ballad, it needs to be organic. It needs to speak itself. It needs to feel, you need to feel the instruments more. It's just, I think we do what's right for the song. I still think that essentially there will always be a thread, because there'll always be my guitar's quite a big part, but I'm also huge on my harmonies. You know, that soulful side needs to come across as well. So that's always going to be a thread. It's more the tempo, I guess. Like, we're not just going to do straight down the line, like upbeat. It's always going to have, a bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah. That's. I think that's the beautiful thing about music, because I love the way like you can ebb and flow between like a somber number, then take it right up to something else, and you being a guitarist. I mean, it's such an interesting factor, because I have been doing a bit of research about you, and I know that you kicked off about 11 years old, and what was that moment like when you realised that this is you, like you want to play this instrument?
I think it was a bit of a way of kind of going a bit like not a rebellion to the kind of girly side of things, because I'd done dance, you see, and ballet and God knows what for years, and then I kind of discovered the guitar, and I'd done piano as well, like classical piano, so everything was very angelic, very of twinkle twinkle toes. And then suddenly I was like, oh my god, I've discovered
monster
this.
Come out.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is going to show a whole different side to me. And also, I've always been quite kind of a bit of a tomboy when I was a kid. I used to love playing sports, like that was, so I used to love that, and that was almost that calling in me as well. Musically, guitar was so male heavy that felt right when I picked up. I was like, I absolutely love this, like, and I became really, really addicted to it, and obviously listening, like my dad was into Hendrix and, you know, some Led Zeppelin and whatever, so it was always somewhere along my subconscious. My mum couldn't have it all with the Motown and soul influences, so.
I was going to say, what was that track you heard which you felt like, I want to do music, I actually want to do it?
Wow.
Like, what was that moment in time, if you can reflect back?
Oh God, it's probably got to be. There's a few actually, because it's very, very difficult to pinpoint. As you know, like music's music. There's so much of it, and so many things. You know, especially when you're younger, you take a lot of influence from a lot of stuff. I had a really diverse. I mean, I listened to like Lauryn Hill's X Factor album 55,000 times when it came out, and then at the same time, I had like, you know, I just discovered Hendrix, but even at one point there was a little part of me that was be listening to like Offspring or something mental, like, you know, just the more kind of rocky side. But that was, you know, that was me learning the guitar, and that was great. It's not necessarily where my heart lies now at all. I mean, you know, the rock side is something I learned younger, but I like the way, I like marrying that guitar, like that heavy guitar with almost like hip hop like beats with that kind of heavy. It just marries so well, and it carries, you know, big vocal or like big harmonies. I love that whole combination. So yeah, it's a proper mashup of the production. I mean, the production has a massive influence on how we write songs, to be honest.
Sure.
You know, my drummer Jimmy, who's also my partner in crime, we write a lot together as well, and he's produces, and he's so talented at almost replicating things that we were influenced by, or we are influenced by, but giving it our twist. So we're exactly. Kind of, I mean, that's important as well. You know, you don't want to be pastiche either.
No, of course, but setting a new trend.
Yeah.
I understand that you're going to be touring next year in Japan and America.
It's on the cards.
Is it on the cards?
We've got some serious stuff going on next year, so it's exciting. I know. I mean, I'd love to go over to Japan because they're all bonkers over there.
Yeah, I've never been, but I watch so much of their music, and I love the way they just do their thing in their own way, and they take on different influences, and it's kind of like what you do, I feel.
Yeah, that's it. I think that they probably get my hair taste.
Yeah, they love it.
But I think Japan would be a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. And again, I mean, we did America for a bit as well, and it's massive over there. It's quite overwhelming. I loved it over there. I still adore London though. I mean, there's a certain confidence in this city with, you could call it arrogance. But you know what? It is arrogance, and it's that way of being, you know what, let's just set this trend, let's go with it. There's no people
sticking
just
to the
doing
script kind of thing,
and that's why, being from Manchester, there's almost like Manchester, some amazing stuff coming out, even now some amazing stuff coming out, but I think you do feel like maybe there is a point where you do need to come to London, maintain those roots right there, but there is a way. London is amazing. It opens up a whole field of incredible opportunities. So,
I appreciate that.
I love it.
Well, Rosa, look, I know you're going to be doing big things. I'm going to follow your career, and I hope that I can get access to you when you hit that Prince stratosphere. You know, I'll be hitting you up on Facebook and on WhatsApp and all that. You know, trying to get an exclusive.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Distract TV. That's what we're going to be. That's what it's about.
Thank you.